Inside the Minto Sports Complex in Ottawa, Graham Naismith with Brianna Newwold alongside, getting set for the RSEQ bronze medal semifinal between the GGs and the Gators. Taking a look at the starting netminders, we have Charlie Wing in goal for the Gators. She's coming off the bench, did not see any action earlier in this series, and she didn't have a great time her last time in Ottawa as she was chased after allowing 2 very early goals to the GGs. And in goal for Ottawa, it's Aurélie Dubuc. She absolutely shut down the Gators yesterday to the tune of a 27-save shutout. And Brianna, it was quite the flipping of the script yesterday for the GGs after, well, a very good performance by the Gales on Thursday. They go over to Lennoxville and really blow out the Gales, you could say, 4-0 the final score. Top line out for the GGs, centered by Sophie Garreau as we're off in Ottawa. Gators in their purple uniforms moving from left to right on your screen, while the GGs are in their gray uniforms going in the opposite direction. And immediately the Gators aren't too thrilled with that icing call.
Just about to say, it didn't seem like they were too pleased about that, thinking that their player got there first before Daudelin.
Well, it's interesting. We mentioned the goaltenders off the top, and in a 3-game series, we're going to have 3 different goaltending matchups. We saw Mika Sarrazin versus René de Cotteret in Game 1. That one a decisive victory for the Gators. And then yesterday, Dubuc for Ottawa versus René de Cotteret for the Gators. And then this afternoon, Dubuc stays for Ottawa, but now we see Charlie Wing. So 3 games, 3 different goaltending matchups. And Dubuc was her usual self yesterday, getting her second shutout of the season. Actually, both of her shutouts have come against the Bishops Gators, as this one's put into the slot, back for Daudelin, quickly across for Michaela Krzyzewski. She'll put this one in for Garreau, but that one's picked up by the Gators, not fully cleared as it's with Marjorie Bolduc, and she'll head off for a change as the GGs dump it right back in. And Alice Fillion's going to chase this one down, out on a bit of a long shift, and she'll lose the puck here back for Kathleen Riedman, who backhands it up. This one thrown forward for Ariane Minville, one of a number of first-year players on the back end for Ottawa who have really given a good account of themselves this year. Minville, Riedman, and Prou among them. Here come the Gators trying a shot. That was Belanger, but it was blocked well by Riedman.
Great defensive play by Minville, actually.
Yeah, it was Minville who slid across.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Aspropotomitis to just put that backhand over to the center to Belanger to make that chance.
Here they come again. It's Astropotomitis trying to put the moves on Riedman, who shoulders her away, and it rolls easily to Dubuc.
Great play by Riedman, too. Oftentimes in women's hockey, we see that play where we look down at the puck, right? We don't take the body. So that was a great example of what a defenseman should be doing when the puck goes by them. Just take the body. They can't go anywhere.
Riedman, as we said, a first-year player. Missed some time late in the season, but has been back in full force for the playoffs. Birkby, she scored the 4th goal yesterday, but she's turned it over here, and that shot is blocked well by McLean. This one back behind the goal. That's Jamie McDonald, one of a number of players for the GGs, playing in perhaps her final game in Garnet and Gray. Prou moves it up, and it's touched over to Birkby. Gets tangled up with the linesman briefly, but Birkby's still going here, trying to dispossess Rousseau, and Birkby's going to get there first, trying to center it. That one knocked away by Gagnon. She'll fire it up ice, this one with Christelle Fontaine. She's all alone there as the Gators were getting a change in. She dumps it around and chases it herself. Krzyzewski, another one of the senior players on this GG's team. She'll hammer it forward, just misses Gabrielle Plord. Plord still battling there, former captain of the Limoilou Titans. And they play it back for Michaela Krzyzewski. McLean with a somewhat of a risky saucer pass across, but it works out. That's a great pass from Daudelin. There's a shot by Gagnon, and it's stopped by Wing.
It's a very risky pass by McLean, but it worked out extremely well. And then Daudelin with that heads-up play to hit Gagnon, who is streaking through. It was a really, really great play. I mean, you can really see the difference even from this game and the first game of the series. GGs have come out a lot quicker, a lot faster in comparison to the first game where Bishops definitely was dominating them.
Yeah, Bishops really came in and made a statement in Game 1.
It's a great play by Minville there to break up that play.
And also whistled down. Looks like the Gators were offside somewhere in there, and they're going to bring this one back to in front of the Bishops bench.
not liking that call either, because pretty sure it went off one of the GG's players on the bench.
In any case, they do drop it, and it's won well by the Gators, and they're going to skate this one down with Maude Pepin. Riedman right there, and she twirls around the goal. Pepin trying to lift her stick. This one back to the point and fired in there. Dubuc sticks it into the corner. Taylor Scott, first time we said her name today, battling with the other 77 on the ice. That's Vigneault Sargent. This one poked behind. Alyssa Biesenthal below the goal line to gather it. Riedman again tangled up with the referee, and there's a turnover, trying a centering pass out in front, right on the doorstep. Vigneault Sargent falls down. Dubuc pounces on it. They get a whistle as the net comes off. Frantic moments there for Ottawa.
Lucky play for the GGs. Unfortunate for the Bishops because they had a wide open net. Whew.
Yeah, it was a mass of bodies in there and legs, but it looked like it was Vigneault Sargent who was the one who, on her backhand there, had a lot of open net to shoot at, but just wasn't able to quite pull the trigger, and Dubuc pounced on it. Good forecheck here by the Gators. Aspropotamaitis playing it around. That's Belanger again. She's had maybe the best chance of the game on a play that Riedman broke up. Garot takes her player into the boards. Filion digging for it. Aspropotamaitis there once more, but it's taken away. That is Prou. And she'll put it back for Jamie McDonald, the transfer from Laurentian. Poking it to the point and throwing it across for Johnson. That pass to no one in particular, and it's picked up, and here come the GGs. The pass is behind Filion. Icing being signaled, and the GGs, well, both teams are going to have gripes with the linesman here in the first 4 minutes, as the icings have really been plentiful.
Especially that one, too. You can even see that it hit off Filion before making its way down to the other end. So not quite sure what the reasoning was there, but it is what it is.
The whistles have certainly been flying in the early goings. A couple of players go crashing in there, Fontaine and McDonald among them, and it's McDonald who skates away with the puck.
Nice play there by McDonald.
Garros, or excuse me, no, that was Jade Todd who was in full flight, and Filion tried to find her, and back the other way come the Gators. Stick handling in there now. That's a great centering feed. A shot by Fontaine, never made it through. Loose puck, Dubuc down, and it finds its way into the corner somehow. Fontaine had a good chance in the low slot. Don't think it made it through. It may have hit a defenseman before it got its way to Dubuc. Fecteau trying to find the puck, and now there's a penalty coming up. Behind the play, Daudelin lost her stick.
Seemed like it was quite a slash.
Looks like it was because of a slashing call. So it's Berger-Dubé, I believe, who's the culprit. Oh, no, actually it's Fontaine who's heading off. And so the GGs get their first power play.
And we always talk about the first goal being so important. The same holds true for this game too, right? That first goal is so crucial. I think GG's looking to capitalize on this power play that they have here.
Yep, Lalonde out there. She scored 2 goals yesterday in that victory. Krzyzewski looking to play it across for the captain, Daudelin. She'll walk in and fire one, blockered away. Then McMillan tried to fire it again. Now Clavel, that one right into the body. McMillan's lost her stick as they fire it through. That one deflects just wide. McMillan to the bench. She needs another stick, so it's 4-on-4 right now. Krzyzewski drives one. It's blocked well and hammered out of the zone. Ella Watson was the one with the vital block as the GGs are back in there. Clavel, Daudelin across for Krzyzewski. She'll loft one towards goal. It goes wide. Lalonde trying to skate this one down against Bolduc. Good body position from Bolduc, but she can't clear it past Daudelin. McMillan's stick still loose there. Trying to center it here for Daudelin. That one knocked away by Watson. Minville comes flying off the bench as Daudelin goes into the boards, and it's cleared down the ice.
It's a nice little puck movement, though, that the GGs had cross ice to get Bishops moving.
Yeah, they were whipping it around that time. Still 55 seconds to go in the power plays. The second man advantage unit is out for Ottawa. That pass behind Birkby. Arm goes up from the official, so the GGs have to fly out of the zone. Gators wisely taking their time, and they're actually going to skate it up here with Thibault, and she fires it in there. 40 seconds to go in the power play as Kathleen Riedman gets it to Minville. That one into the skates of McLean. She turns it over, though, and Fecteau puts it down. The Gators' penalty kill now looking very effective. Minville bringing it back up with 20 seconds to go in the Fontaine penalty. Gators were nearly away there, but here comes Gabrielle Plord. She's got Birkby with her, looking for Birkby. Trying a shot, well blocked by Fecteau. McLean putting it to the point for McDonald. Penalty about to expire. Jamie McDonald throws it right into a body. It did just leave the zone. And then McLean touches it. Fontaine has come out of the box, so we're back to even strength hockey.
And overall, that PK for the Bishop Gators, like, they did quite well. I mean, most of the time, GGs were kept to the outside. They were contained, and they blocked a lot of shots. And that's one of the common themes throughout playoff hockey and what you need to do. So well done to them.
Yeah, they weren't letting any pucks through. Ella Watson with the vital block on that power play sequence, and the draw is won there by Joël Gagnon. Looking to bank it up for Fontaine, who took that penalty. Misses Gagnon, misses everyone. And now it's backed and picked up by Rousseau. For Johnson. Banking it up for Fontaine at the breakout point, but they can't break out. It's with Alyssa Biesenthal. Gagnon trying to reach for Biesenthal once more, looking to slip it through. Still on it. Here's Biesenthal. Battling nice there, battle. All clean according to the official, as Gagnon has it here below the goal line. Rousseau and Johnson converge on her. 3 Gators right now below the goal line. And it's Biesenthal who skates away with it. Here's Jamie McDonald hammering one, but that one not particularly close to Charlie Wing in the Gators' goal. That's a nice move, however. Great centering feed for Scott. Whoa. Steered aside by Wing. It was Prue who really pried them open that time, and now the pass misses McDonald as Scott heads off the ice.
Nice play by McDonald.
Gigi's right back in there quickly with Gagnon. Looking to fire it across. That one just poked away. They were looking for Jade Todd. Todd now for Daudelin. She'll walk in and drive one. That one didn't miss by much in that top corner. Now here's a break on for the Gators, but it's just behind Vigneault Sargent.
And Daudelin made a good job making sure that she got back in time to pick up that loose puck.
Still danger though, however, as the puck's in the zone. That one fired into a body, and it's steered away by Filion. Here's that dangerous line with players all wearing numbers in the 80s. We have Todd, Filion, and Garot. The de facto top line for Ottawa. Vigneault Sargent trying to center it. Misses Krasinski. Now it's Bolduc putting it back to the point.
Nice stick by Filion there.
Still danger, though, as Fecteau thought about a shot. Instead, she takes her time. Great pass here for Bolduc. A shot just goes over the goal. Gators now they sense that the GGs who are out there have some tired legs, and they still have the puck in the zone. That one to the far side, right back in there for Bolduc once more.
Nice play by Todd.
Todd tied her up and didn't let the shot get through.
Smart
and it's
play.
Dumped out by Filion. Icing being signaled. Surely can't be called. Oh, it is going to be called against the GGs.
And a lot of that shift of why the GGs got caught running around is that puck management. They had about 4 times on that far side, the bench side, where they could have got the puck out. And it's, again, just making sure that you bear down on the puck, you bear down on your stick, and you get it out, you get the job done. And that didn't happen. Yeah,
and still some tired legs out there as the Gators win the draw. That one fought off by Dubuc. Took a deflection on its way through, and she got it with her shoulder. Now Filion can skate it out and get that desperately needed line change. But no, they can't get anyone off the ice as the Gators are right back in there. Now they'll get some fresh legs out there, but Krasinski plays it long for Jade Todd. McMillan loose through the middle. That one high off the glass, can't get it past Kupfer. And that one hammered away by Krasinski. Back to get it is Thibault. Playing it off the boards. McMillan picks it off though. Lalonde's in the middle. Couldn't quite get it onto her forehand. It's behind the goal by Paget. Belanger, the captain of the Gators, plays it up. And that one taken away by Minville. She's going to skate it up with Clavel. 4 wide here for Ottawa. Alex Clavel with a drive. That one always rising, never troubled Wing. GGs can't have many more than a handful of shots on Wing despite all of their shot attempts. Kathleen Reedman banking it off the dasher boards. That one through the legs of Lalonde.
Ooh, nice little move there.
That was Rousseau, but she lost the puck in the process. It's back for Reedman. A good pace to this one early on despite the early whistles. Johnson taking her time behind the goal. Getting it to her defense partner, Rousseau. Another nice move by Rousseau as she lugs the puck up the ice across the blue line, dropping it off, and she'll chase this one in. Belanger pointing out where it is, and now some time for Jamie McDonald. That one through the skates of McLean, and Cameron Johnson tried to put it back in there, but Jamie McDonald grabs it. With McLean, she puts it through the middle, but can't find Birkby as it bounces to the far side. Plord's on her horse, trying to harass the Gators, and she's done a good job here as this is a good Ottawa forecheck, but it looks like the Gators have handled it well with Paget looking for that stretch pass for Vigneault Sargent. She's got a step on Daudelin, but that's a great play. Ooh, I must say I don't agree with that call at all from the official. Looked like Daudelin got it, but the arm does go up.
That was a great defensive play by Daudelin. If anything, I think Vigneault Sargent tried to hop over, but that is... I don't know what you'd actually call that because it's not body checking.
It's going to be body checking, and I can see where he has some reasoning, but I'd have to say that Daudelin, she got the puck.
All puck, got in front of Vigneault Sargent and got all puck. So no, I don't agree with that.
Yep, and as they're fond of saying, body contact is allowed, but body checking is not, and I think that falls more into the former. In any case, the Gators have their first power play of the afternoon. This one for Fecteau. She settles the bouncing puck. That one hammered into the body. Bolduc centering pass. Good save by Dubuc. And it's picked up by Garreau. Calls maybe for a hook there as she clears it down the ice.
They seem to be very selective and very nitpicky on what they decide to call and not call, apparently, for this game.
Bolduc stepping around. She's been very active for the Gators early on. She seems to really find some space in the middle of the slot, and she carries it in herself here. Vigneault Sargent looking right back for her, but it's picked off well by McDonald and put down the ice. 1:20 to go in the Daudelin penalty. With the head of steam now is Paget for the captain, Belanger. Aspropotamidis now. Top of the circles, now at the hash marks, forced away by Proulx. Physical play there in the corner. Johnson for Rousseau. Looking to shoot, walking in, dropping it off Paget. Back for Rousseau, looking for a shooting lane. It's bouncing in there. Dubuc down, that's a good point-blank save by Dubuc. I think she took one away from Aspropotamidis. Johnson for Rousseau. Good bit of pressure here for the Gators.
Good stick by McDonald over there, taking away that pass.
Johnson back for Aspropotamidis. Centering pass again. It's a good stick from the GGs, this time from Clavel. They're not allowing those passes right through the slot.
That's exactly what they need to do.
Paget wheels around in the corner to the point for Johnson. Onto her forehand. She puts it intentionally wide, looking for Aspropotamidis. Belanger digging for it. Loose puck. Johnson just gets there ahead of McMillan, who crashes down. McMillan gets the puck and puts it down with 10 seconds to go in the Daudelin penalty.
Gigi's doing a great job on the PK, first with the forecheck on it and then in their own zone as well. Very physical play.
Rousseau not on the same page as Paget, so it's Fontaine who's back to get it. Penalty has expired. Biesenthal with a hard collision. Calls for a penalty that time, but the arms stay down as Taylor Scott chases it back behind the goal. Ooh, bit of a dangerous breakout play there by the Gators, but it'll work out for them as they get across the blue line. Loose puck here gathered by Gagnon. Scott's in there as well, and fresh off the bench is Kupfer. Gagnon looking for that postage stamp, and again, the GGs just can't seem to trouble Wing in the goal. There's been a lot of pressure, but Wing hasn't had to make too many stops. Spinning around and centering it. That one just eludes the on-rushing Joël Gagnon. Watson at the point, firing one right into the body of Ariane Gagnon. Ooh, that probably could have been a penalty.
The crowd also thinks that that could have been a penalty. Not too sure I disagree with them, honestly.
One power play apiece through the first 14 minutes of this one. Officials, whistles all of a sudden at a premium as Ariane Gagnon digging for it. Couple of players over there. Looks like Bolduc as well. McLean trying to get it. Official right there to make sure it keeps moving, and it does. Now falling to the ice. Two players fall to the ice. And that one put in by Goodall. First time we said her name today. Gabriella Goodall, the forward from Gloucester, not too far away from Ottawa. There's a name we said a lot, though, Rousseau. That one turned over by Desmarais. Rousseau implored going at it. Vigneault Sargent gets it to Bolduc. Oh, great move by Bolduc. She'll take a shot, fought off by Dubuc with the blocker. This top line, or you'd assume it's the top line of Vigneault Sargent, Bolduc, and Pepin has really been giving the GGs trouble. Pepin looking to get it. Daudelin fighting off two of them at the same time. Burkby in there to support. Now the official says that it's tied up, so he'll blow the whistle with 5:18 to go in the first. Draw coming to the right of Aurélie Dubuc. And they keep that top line out there, do the Gators, with Pepin centering it. And now we're going to misfire on the draw. Looks like there's been some errant equipment on the ice. And the officials looking to deal with that. Garreau and Pepin getting set to take this face-off as McDonald is back and set to play. Tie-up draw that time if I've ever seen one. Well, it's still tied up. And McDonald eventually is the one who slides over to get it.
Oh,
Dodeline takes a hard fall, and the arm goes up as it's gloved down.
I would almost call that a slew foot in a way. That was definitely from behind.
Marjorie Bolduc is the one going off. Interference the call, so the GGs get their second power play of the afternoon.
You can see a little bit of frustration shining through there from Bolduc. And GGs have another chance on the power play, which they've got to be happy about.
They're going to start with their second unit this time. It was the first unit that really had some good pressure, quarterbacked by Dodelin in their first opportunity, but here it's the second unit centered by Garreau. Loses the draw there. Rousseau didn't clear it very convincingly, and Garreau's going to get on the puck.
Ooh.
But she's forced out well by Paget. Riedman and Minville operating on the point here. If the GGs can get it set up. Garreau flies into the zone. They're onside. Looking to drop it off for Riedman. That's where they get it, but it's poked away. And here comes Paget on a partial break. Minville over there to cut her off. Paget with a backhand shot into the body of Dubuc, who somehow freezes that one. A minute 29 to go in the Bolduc penalty. And Brianna, you know, on a Sunday afternoon like this, we put out the call. I wanted to challenge us to shout out as many RSEQ women's hockey players from the mid-2010s, so from the past decade. And, you know, I asked, it's very interesting, I asked some individuals who are familiar with the league, and one name that came up for every single person I asked was Gabrielle Davidson of McGill. And you're a player who you would have played against, and for a bit, maybe not quite early in her career, but everyone mentioned her. And, you know, all the great names that have come through the RSEQ, like the woman on the puck right now, Dodelin and Melody Daou, but they all mentioned Gabrielle Davidson. Very interesting. McMillan with a shot. That one hit the stick of Wing. It may have been going in, but in any case, it's fought off, and Belanger puts it down the ice. Well, speaking of players named Jessica who wear number 21, another one who was pretty good, played for the Carabins, Jessica Cormier. She wore 21, and what a player she was. This one into the zone. Krasinski bumped off the puck. Fecteau as they tie this one up behind. McMillan trying to dig it loose. Clavel as well. This one off the dasher boards, not held in by Krasinski. 23 seconds to go in the Bolduc penalty. Dubuc, she had to be sure of herself there, but she was as she got it to the captain, Dodelin. Now it's Alyssa Biesenthal. Oh, she left the puck behind that time, however.
It's important. We need the puck.
And a couple of players fall down there. Officials make sure it keeps moving, and it does. Scott walking in. Ooh, that was more thrown at Gagnon. Tough ask as the penalty expires. Gagnon still digging for it. This one put down the ice, but certainly should be icing against the Gators, and it is. And we just saw Alyssa Biesenthal there. She's actually a player who reminds me of Jessica Cormier. Not the biggest player, but certainly a rugged, speedy type player who can really get the job done, isn't afraid to go below the goal line, and that's what we saw Biesenthal do right there. Draw one very cleanly, that time by Paget. Gagnon trying to lift the stick. That one to the far side, I believe that is Fecteau with the breakout pass.
Nice step up there by McDonald to break up that play.
And McDonald may be the most active of the GG's defenders today, at least in her own end.
I think even throughout the series too. I remember mentioning her name quite a bit during the first game as well. Very steady presence.
Biesenthal loses the puck here, turning it over. That's a nice bit of edge work by Joel Gagnon. And whoa, player falls down. Biesenthal was the one who took her out. It was Vigneault Sargent, and the officials must not have been looking at it as a couple more players.
Not happy with this at all.
Three of them are down now as here's a shot gloved by Dubuc.
Tensions seem to be extremely high during this game. And in the crowd a little bit.
Well, there are some players on the Bishops roster who are from the area. We already mentioned Gabriella Goodall from Gloucester and Angelique Paget from here in Ottawa. Another Ottawa product is Ella Watson Gabrielle Plord, haven't said her name too much in the first period, but she may have a chance right here. Gabrielle Plord on her backhand. Well, forced away by Rousseau.
It was a great defensive play by Rousseau to make sure no shot off was taken.
Still danger though. Minville walking in
Ooh.
onto her backhand, couldn't quite pull the trigger,
Right
and the Gators have an opportunity to clear. Fontaine skating up.
Yeah, McLean on the back end here.
Yeah, McLean was the one who stepped back as it was Minville who was caught up ice, and now a Gators player falls down cleanly right in front of the official as they tie it up along the half wall as we approach the final minute of this first period. Entertaining yet uneventful, I'd have to say, would be to summing it up. That's a good shot. Rebound opportunity.
Nice
it was
second.
Belanger who was right in there, and Dubuque turned her aside.
Yeah, twice too. The initial stop and then nicely sliding over position-wise to make that second stop as well. My question is more so, why is that even happening, right? You have 5 players on the ice. No one was in position really to take away those 2 opportunities.
I think the GGs were getting ready to fly out of the zone, and they may be able to get out of the zone here, but that's a really clutch play. Offside signaled here. But
Nice
a
second
really
effort there.
clutch play by Naomi Garneau, as if she didn't get that, it could have been a 2-on-0 with Filion, and I think Garreau was the other player who would have been up there. So she had to be sure of herself, Naomi Garneau.
And with about a minute left in the first period, that's kind of the last thing you want is to have that odd man rush.
Yeah. Well, you never want to concede a goal, but they always say you never want to concede right at the end of a period. Aspropotamidis wheeling around. Daudelin shoves her into the boards as we've hit the final minute of this first period, and a misstep that time, and look out, here comes Jade Todd with a head of steam.
Streaking.
Todd tripped up, no call, as it was a good stop by Wing on that break.
That was
Todd,
some great speed shown by Todd, too, beating not 1 but 2 Bishops players to that loose puck.
yep, one of the fastest players on the ice, Todd, and she showed it off there, but couldn't really trouble Wing, who made a good stop with the pad. This one emerges with Alice Filion as the GGs get a change in. We've reached the final 30 seconds. Filion taking it herself, putting it over the goal. Vigneault Sargent, good breakout pass for Paget. Or excuse me, it's Pepin who's moving forward, getting it to Bolduc. Back for Pepin, right in there. Good stop by Dubuque.
Great job by Dubuque. What a clutch save again, right at the end of the first period. You don't want to concede a goal, so well done, Dubuque.
Yeah, a relatively uneventful first period has a flourish right at the end as there's chances at either end of the ice in quick succession. Both goaltenders called into action. Dubuque's looked really good. Wing maybe a bit less active, but she did make the stop on Todd on that partial break.
Again, a bit less active, I think, just because the GGs, again, they have a ton of opportunities to shoot. It's just none of them are going on net.
Draw one by the Gators. Clavel pokes it through Johnson. If they break out, they've got some time here. They get it to Lalonde. Clavel up there as well. Back for Alex Clavel. Oh, it goes right. Looked like it went under her stick that time as she couldn't quite gather the pass back from Lalonde. And the first period will end behind the Gators' goal.
It was a great little saucer pass by Lalonde, though.
So right at the end, a late flourish, but nothing doing through the first 20 between the Gators and the GGs. We'll be back in 15 minutes' time for the second. Back inside the Minto Sports Complex, and just like that, we're underway for the second period. Teams start this second 5-on-5. And some good chances late in the first period, but apart from that, not much to talk about with that opening frame as icing's waved off here. Vigneault Sargent can't quite get it. Filion flies over. This one poked up. Pepin, she's got Bolduc with her. Pepin with a long shot. That one off the shoulder of Dubuc, and it bounces into the corner. Pepin still on it, spinning it in front. This one going to be picked up by Filion. Doesn't have a whole lot of support with her. Todd making her way up, and Filion's shot goes well wide. Fresh ice out there for these teams. Saucer pass up for Vigneault Sargent, who pokes it around Riedman, but then she'll peel off to the bench. So we should say this RSEQ bronze medal semifinal, game 3. The winner will face the Montreal Carabins in the bronze medal final. The Carabins beat the Carleton Ravens in 2 games, as that shot goes wide. And that series actually went almost a full week ago now. Lalonde giving it to Clavel. Minville walking the line. Good work to hold the line that time and backhand it to the far side. Kupfer looking for it. Aspropotamidis to the point, held in by Riedman. But she turns it over here to Kupfer, who breaks it out with a pass that just misses Aspropotamidis, and we're going right back where it came from. So the winner of this game will face Montreal next week, we assume for a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday series. And the RSEQ championship actually wrapped up very quickly. Well, would have been Friday night, actually, as Concordia defeated McGill in a very surprising fashion. Well, the fact that Concordia won wasn't surprising, as McDonald Shaw is blocked, and here comes Aspropotamidis on a partial break. Pooh back there. Aspropotamidis right in. Good stop by Dubuc. Oh, it's loose under her. Quick whistle. The puck is in, but the whistle went. Oh, how appropriate. We saw that. GG's fans will be familiar with a call like that. That exact call happened in Game 3 in Montreal 2 weeks ago. This time it'll benefit Ottawa. The whistle went, it probably went a bit early. They can't possibly overturn something like that, though. And so it remains 0-0.
And, you know, we saw in the first period, actually, a ton of block shots by the Bishop Gators, and nothing had really come of it. This time, though, you know, Murphy's Law and everything, the more you do it, eventually it's going to not benefit you.
And, you know, on a play like that, you can complain as much as you want, but they're not going to be able to overturn it. Even if it's, you know, at the highest international or NHL level, they can't overturn it. Even if there's a replay clearly showing it, they can't overturn it. As soon as the whistle goes, the play's over. End of.
Very, very lucky for the GGs.
No, as we said, appropriate considering what happened in Montreal 2 weeks ago. Exactly. Birkby just gets it across the blue line as Belanger shoves her to the ice. Plord having the stick lifted offside the call. We should say there was an error in the first period. Jessica Belanger of Montreal did not wear 21. She wore 22. Looked it up.
Close.
But, you know, who did wear 21 was Kim Poirier, who wore that number for 5 years and is now playing with the Montreal side in the professional women's circuit that they have going on. And Poirier, formerly with Edouard Montpetit. And there's some crazy talent that CEGEP has churned out, including Melody Daou and Katia Clément-Edra. And Ariane Barkers, there's a nice move from Gagnon. She shoved down, arms stay down. Scott's first to the puck in the corner. Daudelin across for Krasinski. She'll fire one in there, deflected. Good stop by Wing, and she pounces on the rebound. Couldn't quite tell who it was. It may have been actually Biesenthal who was flying through the slot who got a piece of that one. De facto top line for Ottawa, centered by Garreau out there. Taking the draw against Pepin. Garreau wins it. Shot by Filion, well blocked. Right to McDonald, however, who fires one in there. It's loose sitting in the slot. No one really able to get it, and then the Gators muscle it out of the zone. Ooh, calm play, but Vigneault Sargent gets the best of her here, takes the puck away. Going to go around the goal, looking to get it to the point. Long shot, kicked aside. I think it actually hit Bolduc on its way through.
Yeah.
That one off the stick of Berger Dubé. Spinning around is Pepin. Garreau Banks it along by one fine Filion. That one thrown in there. Deflected by Pooh, and now it's sitting there. McDonald just gets it away.
Smart play. Get away from the front of the net.
There's Gaho skating this one down, doing enough to negate any icing call. Good breakout here from the Gators, however, but then they missed their intended target. Dubuc thought about keeping it alive, but then they do give her the whistle.
Very quick whistle as well.
Well, the pace has certainly picked up. Maybe it was a bit lacking through the first 15 minutes or so of the game, but then it really picked up at the end of the first, and now we're seeing opportunities at both ends and two evenly matched teams, and I think that says a lot about the Gators, you know, and they've heard it all season long. First year of the program playing in the RSEQ, and, you know, they've got a lot to prove, but as the season's gone on, I feel like they've gotten better, and especially in this series, they're certainly making a name for themselves, and they beat Carleton in the consolation series, I guess you could call it, 5 versus 6.
Definitely, and I think all about this conference is really when you're peaking, right? And that's kind of the name of the game, and they seem to be peaking right at the exact time that they need to be, which says a lot too about the program and the way that the coach has been building it. Yeah,
and well, that's what they always say about the RCQ. You just need to win 2 games and you're going to the national championship. Oh, here's an opportunity. Paget one-on-one. Great save by Aurélie Dubuc.
Wow.
Stayed right with her. Paget may want that one back. She was looking under the blocker, but Dubuc really did well that time.
Yep, Dubuc was very well positioned, and she just held her ground. And Paget definitely would probably want that one back and look at a different pocket of the open net instead of just shooting it right at the logo.
Yeah, she tried that quick forehand move, looking under the blocker, but you're right. I think she just misfired it, and Dubuc, she still had to make the save, and she did just that. Rousseau, that shot always going wide, trickles along, and Clavel took a hard fall, but she's right back to her skates and cleans out Johnson. Loose puck gathered by Aspropotamaitis. She'll shoot and score! Disjointed play results in Aspropotamaitis putting it home.
That was an absolutely beautiful shot. So well positioned. I don't think you could place it any better, and I don't think you really could blame Dubuc for that, but you know, it wasn't breakdown in the play, and then Aspropotamaitis perfectly placed shot. And again, we mentioned this in the first period even. Puck management is so key, and that's the name of the game here too, that there was just no management of the puck on the GG's end to get it out safely out. It was just a breakdown of a play that resulted unfortunately in a goal, but nice play by Aspropotamaitis for sure.
And the Gators right back on it here, looking for a turnover. Fecteau put into the boards by Birkby. Breakout pass intercepted by Gagnon. This one into the body of Plord. Plord lifts the stick and she'll try to skate away. Plord missed the first half of the season, but then has played nearly every game in the second half. As we said, the former captain of the Limoilou Titans. Quite a few former Limoilou players on the GGs. Plord's loose through the middle here. They're looking for her, but that one knocked away by Berger-Dubé. And here come the Gators again. Gagnon one-on-one. She'll shoot, blocked. Loose puck here, another try. Great stop by Aurélie Dubuc. Athletic save with the glove.
Yep, very nice stop by Dubuc. And it was a nice play by Krasinski too, right? As a defenseman, on a 2-on-1 play such as that, you do have to stay in the middle and not really cheating to one or the other. And she did a really great job just doing exactly that, staying in the middle, staying strong, staying steady.
A couple of good shifts from the Gators, and they've won the faceoff here. Bouncing puck, they score!
It was a very odd play. It was like a little bit of a knuckle puck that we see here from the point. And I think it was Vinio Sargent who ended up knocking that puck in, but she was just sneaking in backdoor to see if there was a rebound, anything. And she displayed some great athleticism, I think. And we see now the GGs, I think, are going to call a timeout by girls and just settle the team down, see if we can reset.
Wisely taking a timeout there, and I saw it was a player whose number ended in 7 who put it home. Now there were 3 of them out, or actually 4 of them out there, I think. Vigneault Sargent 77, Kupfer 47, Cibot 37, and Bolduc 97. So one of them put it in.
25% chance of getting it right.
And for all we know, they're going to announce it. It was actually Pepe, number 8, who put it in. So in any case, it is 2-0, and it's been not a great start to this second period for Ottawa.
And that second goal really is just unlucky. I mean, you know, the bouncing puck 9 times out of 10, it's going to go right by your stick, and this time was one of the 10 that, you know, you're able to just knock it home. So I don't even think Dubuc actually saw the puck come through.
And really, it has to be said, The Gators actually got the puck in the net 3 times. They also got that one with the early whistle. That would have been their first goal, obviously wiped off. Bolduc didn't touch that puck, so icing being signaled, but it's waved off as Vigneault Sargent gets in there.
And Bishops has been doing that a lot throughout this series of managing to get behind the GG's defensemen.
Yep, a lot of speed for certain players on the front end of the Gators. We'll get the goal call right now. So they just gave a goal to Vigneault Sargent. I'm pretty sure that was the second goal. And the assist going to Maude Pepin. And, well, 97 or 37. I couldn't quite hear what was said. We have to give credit, though, whether she gets credit or not. I think it was Thibault, maybe not. She's listed as a defender, but as there's a shot by Minville.
Nice shot.
It's stopped by Wing. But that face-off was won very cleanly, and that led to the goal. Garreau looking to cut into the lead. Bouncing puck kicked away by Pepin, shoved to the ice.
Ooh.
No call coming.
Crowd really not happy with that one either.
Riedman with a slap pass, and the one-timer just missed by Garreau. There it is again. That one's on Riedman's backhand. She's got Minville waiting for her at the point, but she elects to put it behind the goal. Filion. Pass to no one in particular, and it's going to be Bolduc who puts that one high. Actually hits the
piping thing.
Yeah,
After
the pipe just over. Oh, they're gonna give her a penalty for that.
what?
Oh, I might. You know, it's funny. The puck hits the rafters quite frequently here at the Minto Sports Complex. It's not a terribly high roof. I've never seen them actually give a delay of game call for it, though.
In my years of playing here, too, I've never, ever seen that call.
Now, I guess the official could say that he was, because the piping runs more or less right on top of the glass, so he could be saying that that puck was going out of play, and if the piping wasn't there, it would have just gone out of play.
Very subjective, though, I think.
Tough call to make, but
Interesting.
Bolduc off, and the GGs with their third power play of the game. If they're going to get back into it, they'll have to use the man advantage to their benefit, but they turn the puck over here, and it's put out. Krzyzewski loses the puck, but Dodelin right there to pick it up. Into the skates of Krzyzewski, who loses it, and it's put down, or not quite put down the ice by Watson, but then it is further put down by Paget. The Gators faithful happy with this penalty kill thus far. Dodelin wheeling through, pass misses McMillan, and it's going to be icing against the GGs as they're up a player. Draw coming to the right of Aurélie Dubuc. And as McMillan's in there against Bélanger. Bélanger wins the draw, but she loses the puck, and here comes Plourde just out of the reach of Clavel, but she'll get to the puck as it bounces off the boards. Plourde as the trailer. Clavel wisely peeling back to establish the zone.
Very good patience, smart play by Clavel.
Dodelin was setting up for that one-timer, but elects to control it. Back for Krzyzewski. She can shoot it if she wants. Blocked right for Dodelin. Fires one. That one hit McMillan out in front, and it goes wide.
Good shot, though.
Johnson trying to steer it away, and she gets it to the captain, Bélanger, who puts it down. Desmarais really flying in there, and Dubuc forced to put it to the far side. Sophie Garreau, smooth skating forward, moving across the red line and into the zone. Individually establishes the zone for Ottawa. Nice play by Garreau with 24 seconds to go in the Bolduc penalty.
And it's been a good PK by Bishops because there hasn't really been any chance from the GGs on Wing. It's almost like she's been untested throughout this entire game so far.
Minville blew a tire, but Plou's there to back her defense partner up with Bolduc getting ready to exit the box. Loose puck gathered by the GGs. Jay Todd, onside is the call. Ooh, Todd hammered into the boards.
Wow.
And it was Gagnon who was the offending party. That's a body check if I've ever seen one. And she'll be going off for it.
Wow. I mean, great hit, but not really allowed in the league. So.
Well, even honestly, even in a league that does allow body checking, that could go down as boarding.
Yeah, that was That was something.
Todd, fortunately, no worse for wear from the looks of things.
Yeah, luckily she does seem to look okay. It was good.
Yep, standing up on the bench right now, but
Again,
she
this
was
is
able to
what
get up.
the GG's fourth power play, and you're down 2-0. You need a goal here on this PP if you're the GG's.
Yeah. You're down by 2 and going 0 for 4. I mean, and there's also been a lot of power play opportunities. We're halfway through the game. This is their 4th. Puck picked up by Boldzuk, who just got out of the box and finds herself right on the PK.
Good job by Dodelin to keep that in.
Held in by Dodelin with the skate.
A little bit of soccer moves there.
Lalonde to the point for Dodelin.
Nice.
Back for Kylie Lalonde, walking in slightly, firing it across, controlled by Krasinski. She'll shoot. It goes wide. Now they try to put it right back in there, and Birkby falls down. Arms stay down as it is Paget with the puck. Or excuse me, no, it was Pepin who just missed Boldzuk. Krasinski doubles back. Still a minute 20 to go in the penalty. Dodelin for Krasinski. Stick handling in, skipping around, trying a slap shot, goes wide, and it may go all the way out of the zone, but no, it does not. Lalonde back for Dodelin. Krasinski wants it. She'll get it here. She'll take a shot. Stopped by Wing. Lalonde right back on it. Ottawa really establishing the zone here. Gators out there who are a bit tired. Getting it right in there, trying to jam it in. Loose puck. Wing misses it. It's still loose there. And it's kicked away. Dodelin putting it right back in there. Blocked by Paget. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Now stick lift there and poking it along.
Nice job by Krasinski, though, to pinch down and keep it going in the zone.
Gigi's got a partial change in. Fresh off the bench is Gagnon. She's got Krasinski with her. Gagnon wheeling in. Couldn't get it back to her forehand. Gigi's getting some more fresh legs out there as they keep the puck in the zone with 20 seconds to go in the power play. Taylor Scott fresh off the bench. She grabs the puck. Dodelin. On the far side looks like Biesenthal.
Ooh,
nice
deep.
move by Biesenthal. Another nice move. Biesenthal right in there. Centering pass. Scott couldn't get all of it, and it was stopped by Wing. Penalty has expired, but the GG still have the puck in the zone, and now it is put down. And fresh off the benches, Boldzuk. She'll get there first. Icing obviously waved off. Marjorie Boldzuk. Nice move on her backhand. Good stop by Dubuc. Now another opportunity falling down. Dodelin backhands it forward, and here comes Gagnon. She's got Taylor Scott with her. Gets hooked up there, and oh, wow, runs right into the Gators player. Penalty coming up. And we're all going to get together here as Gagnon may have taken a couple of liberties there. And there's still a... Is there a player down? Yes, there is. We can't quite see her from this angle as Gagnon's the one heading off. And the officials may, I wouldn't be surprised if they convene here and decide if there's going to be more discipline than just the 2 minutes. They haven't actually signaled what the penalty's for just yet.
No, I think they're debating based on what's happening down there.
And just down the corner, we see the Bishop's physio who got across in a hurry, and also Shannon Walsh-Morneau, who is the physio on site for Ottawa. She's watching closely as well. I couldn't tell you which player is down, actually. And don't want to speculate either.
She seems to be getting up, though, which is good to see.
Yep, she's helped to her feet. And she'll be walked across the ice.
Is it, no. Can't quite see the number either. Is it
Looks like it's Pepin. Yeah, number 8, Maude Pepin, which is a shame because she's been very active on the PK.
Yep, she's been very good this game.
So now they've actually taken the penalty off the board, and no, they're going to put it up as 4 minutes. So
I'm assuming it's head contact, but we didn't actually see the signal.
No, they just explained it to the minor officials, so we'll get confirmation in a moment, I'm sure. But an extended power play here for Bishops, and really the way things have been looking, they might be able to put the game to bed right here. Draw 1, so some real white-knuckle time here for Ottawa. There's a lot of penalty killing to do. Who looking to poke it along. Aspropotamidis at the hash marks. Taking her time. She scored the first goal of this game earlier in this second period. Looking to center it. That one off a leg. Glove down. Held in the glove a bit long that time as it was Paget who tried to throw it down to the ice. Aspropotamidis again. With Johnson at the point. That's where she's looking. Johnson, slap shot, goes wide, active bounce off the boards, and it's poked away by Jamie McDonald, and now put down the ice by Angelique Proulx.
It was actually a good play by Dubuc. It bounced out, and she got her stick on it to nicely slide it away to the corner.
And it was a really good clearance from Proulx because the GGs get 4 fresh penalty killers out there.
Proulx's been having a really steady game, I find, today, like making great defensive plays as well as some good plays in the offensive zone, too.
Right you are. So it's as you speculated, Brianna, it's a 4-minute penalty for head contact. This one loose in the slot, but the GGs are going to get it. And Jade Todd backhands it out. Knocked down by Berger Dubé. Berger Dubé is going to stick handle right back in there. Onto her forehand, left the puck behind. Now a spinning shot from Vigneault Sargent, and now Berger Dubé finds herself on the ice. This one across, Goodall. Shot well wide. Vigneault Sargent at the hash marks, looking to get to the point. Fecteau keeps it in there. Berger Dubé shooting, that one blocked by Todd. 2:20 to go in the extended power play, and so far it's been good killing for Ottawa.
It was a good clear by Minville there, and she just have an opportunity to change. Smart play.
Yeah, and Minville now does head to the bench. So again, Ottawa, and that's a challenge with the long change in the second period, especially on an extended PK.
And that's something they struggled with actually in the first game. They got caught unawares when they changed too many players and didn't do what they're doing today.
There's a player flying right in there, loose puck, and it's put down the ice. I think the player cutting in was actually Gabrielle Fecteau.
And it was a good clear by Birkby, and she'll continue on down to make that forecheck.
May have, Birkby with the play. Actually may have been Angelique Paget who had that fancy-looking play. And here comes Rousseau now. Nice move by Rousseau. She's got a couple of fancy moves. We saw the spinorama earlier in the game, but the GGs, again, have been doing a nice job on this power play thus far. Both teams taking an opportunity to get some fresh legs out there with 1:20 to go in the Gagnon penalty. You know, a kill like this really could add some momentum to Ottawa if they look to come back. Lalonde in there, hard on the forecheck. And Biesenthal puts it down. Lalonde skating it down as Wing plays it to no one in particular. Vigneault Sargent there. Lalonde's lost her stick, but she's right in front of the bench, opportunistic there. She just steps off, and onto the ice comes Alyssa McMillan. Vigneault Sargent across the blue line. Taking it for a lap around the goal. Good patience there, getting it to Fecteau. One touch pass, Fecteau with a long shot. Dubuc saw it all the way, and she gathers it. 43 seconds to go in the power play.
Draw was extremely cleanly won by Bishops there, where it went back into their own zone.
When it's so cleanly, it went all the way down the ice. That one fired into the middle. Vigneault Sargent dropping it off. McMillan got a stick to it, but here comes Marjorie Bolduc. Hacked at by Clavel. Bolduc still going. Sitting there in the slot. Clavel gets to it, can't clear her lines. Berger Dubé getting it for Bolduc. Pepin, who's back out there. So Pepin went down, looked very worse for wear, but she's right back out there on the power play, and there's a loose puck. They score! Vigneault Sargent with her second.
You know, this goal, very similar to the second one, actually, just in the sense that you're not picking up any players on the play. And as we can see here, it was just sliding towards the net. Just a very nice toss towards the net. Nothing crazy, not a hard shot, but there was that Bishops player, was it Vigneault Sargent, who was just on the doorstep there waiting for that rebound, and there was no GG's player that had picked her up. Very similar to that second goal, where it was actually the same side of Aurélie Dubuc as well, and just able to tap it home into that empty net.
So what a strange series this is. We have 3 different goaltending matchups in 3 different games, as here's Filion looking to center it, and then 2 lopsided scorelines thus far, plus what looks like it could be a lopsided scoreline in this one, but the scorelines always favored the visiting team. a home team has not scored a goal yet in this series. Of course, there's still 20-some minutes for the GGs to change that, but the Gators may be looking for their fourth here. Spinning and shooting, that one goes wide. It was Fontaine who tried it. Dubuque was without her goal stick there, and Riedman just pushes it back to her as they put it along the dasher boards for Plord. Touches it out, Thibault gathers it, taking her time, the third defense pairing here. Thibault and Kupfer for the Gators. Fontaine flings it along the boards. 4 and change to go in this second period, which has been decisively in favor of the Bishops Gators. So they actually give the goal, as there's a long drive that goes wide, they give the goal unassisted to Marjorie Bolduc. You'd suspect that one will be changed. I'm almost certain it was Vigneault Sargent who got on there, but again, 2 players whose numbers end in 7, so can't really say for sure, but I'm certain they'll be adding some assists to that one, as Alice Filion with a good physical play to get the puck. Minville banks it up for Taylor Scott. They're not able to get it forward, though. Gators have to be careful not to get caught with too many, and they are very careful in front of their own bench, as Ella Watson was the one who dumped it in. Riedman spinning around. Minville, touch pass picked off by the Gators. Aspropotamaitis centering it. It was right to Filion. They touch it up to Kylie Lalonde with Kate McLean. McLean's in there, but she's offside, so she'll fly out of the zone. Good forecheck by Lalonde. Takes the puck, trying to center it, but it was Paget who got back to pry it away. And now she'll put it hard along the boards, and Krzyzewski will milk that one for icing. So if the GGs want to come back, it will take quite the effort, but they've got it in them. They've come back from worse.
And, you know, they do have time, and once you get one, you get another one. You know, it's just that first one it needs to come sooner rather than later for the GGs.
Yep, we'll see what they have in store here. One before the end of the second would really help their cause. Belanger not allowing that one to get out of the zone. Paget flying around the goal, trying to center it. It was actually the stick of Dubuque that knocked it away, so good job by the goaltender. Lalonde in the zone clean, trying a couple of moves, but Rousseau did just enough to set her off. Now Birkby and Lalonde looking for that postage stamp. She lifted it over. Christine Daudelin onto the puck. Kylie Lalonde knocking it down. Gigi's in the process of a change as they turn the puck over to Jessica Belanger, who is content with just throwing it out of her zone. Prou turns it over to Thibault. Rousseau banks it up, misses Vigneault Sargent, who has 1 and maybe 2 goals in this game. 2 to go in the second period, and it's a 3-goal lead for the Bishops Gators. All 3 of their goals coming in the second period. Now here's an opportunity for Jade Scott, or sorry, Jade Todd, we should say. And that one gathered by Wing. Much like a couple of the Gators goals there, Brianna, where it kind of comes out of nothing and all of a sudden there's a player right on the doorstep.
And again, what we've been seeing over the course of this series, especially from the GGs, is that they're wanting to be fancy with the puck. They're wanting to be cute with the puck. And we haven't really seen them use their size and speed to get around the Bishops defenseman to cut in and get an opportune chance on the goaltender, whether it's Renee DeCotre or Wing.
McMillan. Here's a good chance for Plord. It goes wide, though. May have hit a stick on its way through. That may be the best chance in the last couple of minutes for the GGs. Clavel, hard work to get the puck, centering it. McMillan couldn't quite get on it. And she leaves the puck behind. It's sitting there, backhanded high off the glass. Prou just misses it. Here comes Vigneault Sargent. She's in there all alone. And McDonald in there with another good defensive play. We complimented her in the first period and giving a good account of herself there. Pepin, who took a hard fall into the boards, showing that she's no worse for wear, still digging for the puck. And here's Angie Prou. Gloved down by Plord, but not quite, as Vigneault Sargent's going to backhand that one in and step to the bench. We enter the final minute here from the Minto Sports Complex. GGs will need quite the comeback if they want to get back into this one. Around the goal, Bolduc trying to jam it in there. Dubuque tight to her post. Prou being harassed there behind the goal. Gagnon and Fontaine in there. McMillan also trying to dig the puck free. Official right there to make sure it keeps moving. And he decides he's seen enough as it's tied up behind Aurélie Dubuque's goal. Catherine Birkby stepping in to take this face-off against Joelle Gagnon. Sitting there for the Gators, and they put it just wide on the backhand. Still 35 seconds to go in this period. Looking for a centering pass. Birkby battling for it as they all come together in the corner. Garneau puts it right back where it came from. There's a good pass right through the danger area, but it misses everyone. Here's Kylie Lalonde, one-on-one. Penalty coming up as Lalonde can't pull the trigger, and now it's touched up. Must say I don't know where this penalty was from. A slash on Rousseau.
Might have been behind the play, but I didn't see anything either.
Or earlier in the sequence, not much of a case put up by Rousseau as she heads to the box. So it'll be a power play straddled by the intermission, but a power play nonetheless. And are the GGs actually going to pull Dubuque here? They are. So they're going to go for 6-on-5 in the second period. 13 seconds to go. And no one wants to step in to take the piss off. Or now Birkby's just coming off the bench, so she'll step in. So 6-on-5 in the second period. How often do you see that? And the GGs lose the draw. Daudelin walking in and shooting that one. Deflects, now trying to center it. They score!
Wow. What a weird sequence of events.
And that's just what the doctor ordered for Ottawa. I think it's Jade Todd who put it home, and now we can say that the comeback may be on.
It was such an odd sequence of events that we had. So it was a lost draw, which we thought was kind of the end of it, and it was good work in the corners by the GGs to bring it back up to the point over to Daudelin. Managed to get a shot through, even though it was blocked, and a couple of bounces later, a couple of touches by the GGs, went right over to Jade Todd, who was just sitting there as if she knew it was going to be there, and tapped it right home.
Yeah, and it was actually 6-on-4 hockey. And 6-on-4 hockey in the second period. There's something new every day. Always something to spice things up. And don't go anywhere. This one's not over. The GG show some life late with a Jade Todd goal after the Gators really give a good account of themselves in this second period. We'll be back in 15 minutes' time for the third frame. Back inside the Minto Sports Complex for the third and, well, maybe not final period, but as the GGs are looking to mount a comeback here as they start the third down by 2. We got the goals confirmed here. So the GG's goal, which was scored right at the end of the second period. Jay Todd, of course, getting credit. Assists going to Alice Fillion and Catherine Birkby. That goal coming on the man advantage. Bishop's goals, as we're getting set to drop the puck. The teams start this third period 5-on-5. First Bishop's goal goes to Aspropotamaitis. Assists to Jessica Belanger and Angelique Paget. Stepping up here is Fecteau, and that one's off the glass, and it's Belanger who's going to skate it down. Second Bishop's goal, Vigneault Sargent gets it. Assists going to Naomi Thibault and Maude Papin. And then the third Bishop's goal, as we suspected, it was Vigneault Sargent who gets credit. Assists going to Marjorie Bolduc and Maude Papin. Maude Papin, appropriate we mention her because she went down very hard in that second period, came back onto the ice, but now she has not emerged from the dressing room for this third. So the Gators undermanned in this third frame from the looks of things. Trying to center it, that one knocked away. Berger-Dubé, stick lift here from Fillion. One thing the GGs can't afford to do is take many penalties. They did take that extended 4-minute power play that the Bishop's Gators did capitalize on. But apart from that, they've done a fairly good job being disciplined. Can't say the same about the Gators. 5 power plays they've given up, including one that led to the GG's goal. This one put in there. Gators did well not to get caught with too many as they played across for Kupfer. This one up, Vigneault Sargent, who has 2 of the Gators' goals. Wallops it in. McDonald behind the goal. Leaving it there on this fresh ice for Angie Proulx. Proulx with a head of steam, going to skate it up and slip by Bolduc. Proulx still going as she backhands it into the skates of Kupfer. Alyssa McMillan at the hash mark, centering it. Clavel tried to hammer it along, but didn't get all of it. Proulx slaps it in there. It's picked up by Bolduc. If they can find their teammate here, it's Fecteau skating in. Can't pull the trigger, backhanding it just wide. Gabrielle Fecteau was in on the break.
And I know we've talked about it before, but that is another prime example of how careful the GG's D have to be of the Bishop's players sneaking in behind them.
Here comes McDonald. Moving it forward. She flutters it in past the goal of Wing as the GGs get some fresh legs out there. Plenty of time if they're looking to mount a comeback. That one picked off by McLean into the body of Daudelin, who can't control it. Now it's poked loose by Birkby. McLean skating it forward with Lalonde, getting it over to Kylie Lalonde. She'll double back. Saucing it across. Christine Daudelin fires it in there, and Wing didn't even have to move. It sailed right into her glove.
It was also an extremely clear view. And again, what we've seen during this game is, you need to get traffic in front of the net. And as we see, we just have a replay here. I think it got caught a little bit even in the fresh ice, luckily for the GGs on that last breakaway.
And then the Gators ice the puck right off of that faceoff. Taking a look at Aurélie Dubuc in the GG's goal. Has done well for herself in her 2 years with the program. Taking over from Maude Levesque-Ryan, who guarded that goal with distinction for a number of years. Now playing professionally in Europe. Along with Roxane Rioux, who another good player in the folklore of GG's women's hockey. Icing being signaled here, and they're going to give it to Ottawa despite a good effort from Paget.
There's been a few of those close calls actually throughout the game on those icings. Kind of makes you wonder.
Well, Paget put in her best effort, but she will have to go 200 feet the other way and get set to defend as Alyssa Biesenthal steps in to take this draw against Gagnon. And it's won by Gagnon and right for Paget. That one moved in by Christelle Fontaine as the Gators get some new players out onto the ice. The GGs break out with it. Taylor Scott.
Ooh, nice look cross ice by Scott to Plourde.
Plourde. I think it got caught up in the ice again, or it may have hit the stick of Thibault. Now a player falls down, arms stay down. Nice move there, but she's forced off the puck. That was Goodall. Behind the goal, Desmarais. Battling for it. This is the fourth line of the Gators, but it's the Gee-Gees who have the puck. That one off the skate of Plord, who needs a change. And she forces it back to Ella Watson. Watson crossing over and turning up ice across the red line, puts it over the head of McDonald, and it bounces behind the goal of Aurélie Dubuc. Alice Filion at the breakout point. Now, trying a touch pass. Jay Todd just missed the intended target. Aspropotamaitis trips over the blue line, and it's picked up by Garot, who takes a hard tumble. And it moves to the far side for Filion. Todd on her horse through the middle, but that pass not going to quite do it this time as it's gathered by Rousseau, but Filion follows it right up and takes it away. She's got Jay Todd with her. Paget crushes her to the ice. Todd on the puck. This one will bounce for Garot, looking to center it off an air and stick. It finds its way to Aspropotamaitis. And now it's in the body of Belanger. Putting up for Aspropotamaitis. Trying to shoot it. It's poked away by Krasinski. Daudelin helps it along, and Fillion's been out there for an awful long time, down to one knee to try to force it forward. Marjorie Bolduc turns it over to Christine Daudelin.
It was a nice play by McMillan to just follow, I think it was Bolduc.
McMillan, the center, taking some good responsibilities on the back end as well. McMillan on it, getting it to Daudelin. Across for Krasinski. Daudelin again, trying a shot. Hits something out in front, and it's picked up by Bolduc.
It actually, I think, ended up hitting the Bishop's player, Berger Dubé, in front of the net.
Never made it through to wings, certainly, and now something on for Ottawa here. Clavel with a nice move. They're onside. Alex Clavel, it's blocked, and it's going to be picked up by Paget. Bolduc up for Vigneault Sargent. She's got 2 goals today, and she thought she'd drawn a penalty there, but no call coming. She's looking for her third here. It's loose. She may just get it. Dubuc falls on it and freezes things.
And that last chance by the Gee-Gees, it was such a heads-up play by Krasinski to put it cross ice over to Clavel. And then Clavel going down a 2-on-1 with her line mate, Plord, made an interesting play to try to shoot it instead of passing it over. And then it was actually a chance by Bishops the other way where, good job containing them to the outside. And they did have a nice little chance in front that Dubuc smothered.
Draw right to Ariane Minville. This one behind Kylie Lalonde. Sitting there in front of the Gee-Gees bench. It bounces to McLean. Moving in and shooting. Ooh. That hit something. It may have somehow deflected off of wing.
I think it hit her head.
Yeah, and then made its way into the corner.
Jeez, what a shot.
Pooh easily kicked aside by Wing. Good rebound control. She puts it into the near side corner.
Smart play by McLean to put it down deep.
McDonald steps up.
Ooh.
Nice move. Couldn't get all on the shot, though, and Thibault spins it out. Pooh for McDonald, which is looking like a very formidable defense pairing for Ottawa. Too bad McDonald is in her final year of eligibility. Or not her final year of eligibility, but she is intending to graduate. Desmarais looking to poke it forward. Goodall in there as well. Goodall around the goal. Backhands it to the point for Rousseau, getting it right back at the hash marks, looking to center it. It's picked off, and now the Gee-Gees can break out. They're 3 wide here with Gagnon and Scott. Biesenthal for Scott, shooting, hits something on its way through. It's loose at the side of the goal, now behind. Gagnon digging for it. It's still danger there. And now somehow muscled away by the Bishops Gators as they clear their lines, but some nervy moments there as Ottawa upping the pressure here as we reach the final 10 minutes of this third period. Christine Daudelin spinning on a dime.
Nice play by Daudelin to put it down deep.
That's Gagnon to the point for Daudelin. How much ice will she be seeing in the closing stages? Krasinski with a shot. Well wide. Gagnon trying to put it right back in there. Still loose at the side of the goal. That's Johnson clearing everyone out, but not able to clear her lines. Krasinski left the puck behind. And now she's going to try to wait for a teammate. Gagnon gets in, keeps it in there. Taylor Scott now below the goal line. Centering it and hacking away at is Krasinski. Now Garot's in there. Daudelin tries to keep it in, but she misses the puck. It's Aspropotamaitis, but Filion is back to gather it.
Nice look by Filion.
Todd couldn't quite receive it too cleanly that time, but they move it forward anyways with Garot dumping it in. Gee-Gees trying to keep their season alive, and, well, same can be said for the Gators. They're just looking to hang on. Gee-Gees will be reaching desperation time pretty soon if they can't get one in the next couple of minutes. Jay Todd, she's got one today, but she couldn't get that toe drag to come off. Vigneault Sargent for Bolduc on her forehand, moving it across. Dubuc across to kick it away. Vigneault Sargent now looking for her hat trick, but she put that one well wide, may have hit something. That one up in the air. Filion knocks it forward. Vigneault Sargent controls it, trying to shoot. It's blocked by Riedman. And now Filion needs a change, so she just heads off. Bishop's looking to up the pressure here, and that one is tipped by McDonald out of play. We'll see where they set this draw up. Looks like it's going to be in the neutral zone just to the Ottawa half of center.
There was quite some good pressure there by the Bishop's Gators in that last shift in the GG zone. It was an interesting play where I believe it was Vigneault Sargent could just go right around the whole GG's, below the goal line of the GG zone and just basically walk out and take a shot on Dubuc with absolutely no contest by the GG's.
Yeah, Vigneault Sargent seems to do a good job of keeping her body between the puck and any defender. She seems to really be adept at puck retention, and she's shown it off a couple of times. Centering feed knocked away by Dubuc, but there's still danger with Fontaine. Plord banks it off the boards and up the ice for a waiting Rousseau, who puts it right back where it came from. 11 to go in this third period. Giveaway there by Plord. Paget ricochets to Watson, who keeps it in. Angelique Proulx with Alex Clavel. Good pass across for Plord, who's in full stride, but it rolls off her stick, and Berger-Dubé gets there. Nice move by Garneau. Oh, Berger-Dubé. That was Lalonde, whose eyes were about as wide as saucers there as she saw Berger-Dubé all twisted around and thought she was going to have a break on. Not sure what this whistle's for, to be honest. Is it too many? Or
I don't know. Huh.
They're going to keep it out of the zone. We saw a linesman in conversation with the GG's bench. I thought they were going to nail them for...
Well, it seems like they're
still in
discussing
conversation,
something.
yeah.
Unless they really just wanted to blow the whistle, for fun. But,
Just setting up where this face-off is, and it is going to be right in front of the GG's bench.
Very odd.
GG's will take it, though, as they win the draw. This one moved forward. McLean spinning around, shoved into the boards. Goodall again. Still trying to kick it forward. Catherine Birkby in there. A couple of bodies fall to the ice. And here come the Gators, getting it to Desmarais. Poking it along. Krzyzewski throws the arms up, making sure she doesn't get called for anything. A power play for the Gators right now would be detrimental to the Ottawa comeback attempt. Lalonde stepping in. Still going, she puts it to the point. Birkby's loafing off the ice, and oh my goodness, they hit the linesman, and here comes Belanger with a shot. Stopped by Dubuc, so Birkby a bit lucky. She was making her way off the ice rather lackadaisical, and if that puck went along and hit her, it would have been too many.
But again, we can even go like a step back in this play. You have possession of the puck. Why are we giving it away, right? You have possession of the puck. Wait and see what opportunity comes up. Who is the open person, right?
Draw one by the Gators. There's a long drive that never made its way through, and it's picked up by Taylor Scott. Looks like it hit Minville, who's cringing, but she stays in the play. Scott taking it herself here. Gagnon held up, but right back for Scott. She's still going. Looking to drop it off. Saucing it to the near side. Riedman not quite able to get there. Minville. Across for Biesenthal. Good stick by Cameron Johnson. Didn't clear the zone, however. Gagnon trying to center it. Couldn't get it through Bolduc. Bouncing puck here. And it's picked up by Vigneault Sargent. Lots of GG's players back, though, as they were changing. Vigneault Sargent takes it herself, trying to get around Minville. And there she is again, taking it around the goal. Still going here. They're just going to let her skate, aren't they? Vigneault Sargent backhands it. Dubuc fought it off. Got across with the blocker. How did she see that one?
I was going to ask the same question. I don't even know how she saw it.
Todd disrupts Johnson's clearing attempt, but it finds its way to Rousseau. Todd right in there against Johnson again, trying to poke it past. Garreau putting it in there sky high, gloves it down, it's sitting there, and it just bounces wide. Still pressure on here for the GGs as Fecteau's going to try to get it out. Can't do it, however. Now it's into the body of Bolduc. Prou battling with her. Good physical battle right in front of the Gators bench as they try to just kick it out. It hasn't yet left the zone. Now it is out, and it's back for Todd, who's all the way back down the ice. McDonald just misses Garot with the pass. And then fresh off the bench is Christine Daudelin. Gagnon moves it around Daudelin, who spins Gagnon. Arms stay down. Veteran play there from the GG's captain. Far side, Paget can't move it through, and now it's Clavel with a bit of time here. Looking for the stretch pass, can't find Plord. Arms are up for icing. Unfortunate for Ottawa. It was a well-placed pass, but Plord just couldn't seem to find it in her skates.
It was bouncing a little bit as well, but again, it's one of those races where Plord's shaking her head thinking, hey, I got there first. I don't understand. Not the first time that's happened during this game, that's for sure.
Well, Plord will have to get back on defense here. It's Garot to take the draw against Goodall. So Goodall's been seeing some more ice in this third period, probably after Pepin had to leave the game, and we haven't seen Pepin. In fact, we see her right now. She's sitting with her teammates, and here comes Plord, one-on-one. Great stop, still loose, and it's kicked away. Plord with a point-blank opportunity, but Wing stood tall. Krzyzewski trying to force the issue and get it right back into the zone. She's got Clavel with her, trying a shot, kicked aside by Wing. Plord getting it to Clavel, looking back for Plord. No Gigi can get onto it. It's going to be with Christine Daudelin at the point, calmly holding it in. Look at that move, walking the line. Couple of nice moves.
Nice.
Getting it to Ariane Minville. Traffic out in front, and she shoots it, and it deflects wide. Daudelin heads off the ice as they bank it past Minville. Icing waved off, and McLean's all the way back to gather it. White knuckle time here for Ottawa as they're inside the final 7 minutes. McLean taking it herself and shooting, blocked well by the Gators. It was Cameron Johnson that time, and here comes Belanger, the dangerous player for Bishops, shooting it through a screen, and Dubuc fought it off. Reedman looking for a stretch pass for Lalonde, who knocks it down. Kylie Lalonde in there all alone. Another shot into the body, blocked by the Gators. They've really been doing a good job of cutting down those shooting angles.
I think the GGs have done a good job shooting it right into their pads as well throughout the entire game.
Aspro Protomitis across the blue line. Trying a nice move. It's 1-on-5, and the GGs do get this one. Lalonde with Birkby. Lalonde stepping in. Catherine Birkby looking to spin it. One more pass that would have opened them up, but it was taken away by Fecteau. Scott's in a real good position if she can get the puck, and she does have it here. Shot not particularly close that time, and it's going to ricochet all the way to the far side. Gagnon. Garot. Moving it up for Paget. Paget taking it herself, looking to center it in there. It hits something out in front, sitting in the blue paint, picked up by Daudelin. Vignon Sargent trying to center it, knocked away by Prou. Now to the point. Kupfer fans on it. Opportunity here for the GG. Scott and Gagnon on a 2-on-1. Gagnon looking for Taylor. Scott! Easy stop that time for Wing. It was right into her breadbasket. Still danger. Krzyzewski with a shot. Took a deflection on its way through. Daudelin trying to keep it into the zone. Doesn't quite do it on that occasion. Here's Biesenthal. Only 3 GGs on the ice right now. Biesenthal with Krzyzewski. She'll shoot. Stopped by Wing. This one back behind for Kupfer. Todd gets the stick in there. Jay Todd looking to get onto her forehand. Filion with a drive. Stopped. And now it's loose. Still danger. Where's the puck? It's on the far side with Desmarais. Desmarais banks it off the linesman. Garot tries to turn it back into the zone. Here's Rousseau stepping along her own blue line. Throwing it up. Fontaine not quite on it. Minville gets it back. Good pace to this one as the GG's trying to throw the kitchen sink at the Gators here. Filion toe dragging a shot, hit a body, and went out of play.
Just took a look at the replay here where Scott had such a beautiful opportunity and unfortunately decided to put it right at the logo on Wings jersey. And not the first time that that's happened throughout the game with the GG's opportunities.
Well, there's going to be another opportunity here. Pooh can't get to her teammate though, and Gators really had numbers going forward that time. Good on Pooh to just knock it back where it came from. Belanger. Oof, off the head of McDonald.
Hey, it's one way to use your head.
McMillan, Clavel, McDonald moving into the zone, but McMillan couldn't get the pass off. Plord for Pooh, trying a shot, never made it through. Belanger blocked it. Dubuc to the bench with 3:35 to go. Pooh puts it right back in there. Now we'll see if they try a shot at the empty net, do the Gators. Instead they get it into the neutral zone, but it's taken away by the GGs. Pooh for McDonald. Fresh legs out there for both teams. McDonald dumps it in. Icing waved off as Berger Dubé has it. Passing it to no one really, and it's right to Christine Daudelin. Looking for Jay Todd. Shooting. Banked its way into the far corner. Todd right back on it though. Moving it along. Madness here to our left as there's a lot of bodies there. I don't see how any shot can really get through. They're going to have to try to throw it out in front and try for a scramble as there's just, well, there's 11 skaters out there. Filion looking to center it. It's in!
Wow.
So here we go, 2:37. Buckle up. It's going to be quite the finish here from the Minto Sports Complex.
Not even quite sure how that managed to go in, but you had Filion down below the goal line chasing that puck, and she managed to just toss it out front to, who was that who put that in? I can't
Garot.
quite see, but it looks like
Garot.
it was Garot who ended up being the one to knock it in, and it just went right over the pad, it looked like, of Wing. And you know what, Graham, you had mentioned that maybe a couple seconds before the goal ended up happening, that you just got to throw it on net. Good things happen when you put the puck on net.
Dubuc into the high slot here, and she's going to head off the ice as the puck's in the zone. Plord flying in there. Krasinski holds the line, so the GG's looking for another one here. Glove down by Krasinski. She held the line, and she swings and misses at it, and is picked up by Birkby spinning around. Birkby off the stick of Bolduc as they chase it in there. Clavel looking to the point. It's sticked away by Fecteau, who scampers off the ice. 2 minutes still to go, so Daudelin slowing things down despite the fact that her net is empty. Dumping it in there. That one held in by Minville, falls to the ice. Clavel pokes it along. Moving it back, McMillan puts it wide. Glorious, glorious opportunity that time for Ottawa, but Daudelin holds it in once more. Birkby on her backhand, she puts it down the ice. 140, make it 139 to go as Daudelin will retreat behind her own goal. Harassed here by Paget. Daudelin flying up ice and now doubling back as her team was changing. Oh, she sold Minville short for the pass. Gators have it now with Vigneault Sargent, who knocks it forward. Daudelin, she's not going anywhere in these final 90 seconds. One last bit of magic here for the GGs as they try to force overtime. Minville hammers it in. Jade Todd to skate it down. And Garot and Filion out there as well. They tie it up in the corner. For Daudelin. Across for Minville. We're inside the final minute pretty soon. That one blocked by Belanger. Sliding forward is Vigneault Sargent. Massive humanity for the puck. And it stays in the zone. Lalonde trying to turn it. This one tied up along the wall. It's going to squirt behind the goal. Filion battling for it. Here's Sophie Garot. That one knocked away by Belanger. And then they leave the puck behind. Now it's Jamie McDonald firing it behind the goal. That one cut off by Berger Dubé. Looking to turn it up as she made a crucial error. Garot, it's blocked and put down the ice. They're going to wave off icing. Icing waved off here. They say it took a deflection. Play right on, say the officials.
Wow.
Moved up to Todd with 20 seconds to go. One last gasp for Ottawa. Garot can't get it across the red line. Hammered in there by McDonald. Taking her time here is Bolduc looking at the clock. No one really forechecking her. She's behind her goal. Throws it off. One last shot maybe. Lalonde has the puck. They've just got to throw it on goal here. She's shoved down. Penalty coming up. Ooh, and the clock kept running there. It ran for at least another second after the whistle blew. We'll see if they take a look at it. Greg Bowles and Chelsea Grills both want them to take a look at it. That clock kept running for at least another second, maybe a second and a half, as there's a timeout on the ice. The official correctly going over to the minor officials to try to rectify that. Is in a key moment like this, that second and a half really makes a difference. We'll see what they do here. They're not going to drop the puck until everything's sorted out. The official telling everyone to just slow it down. And they're going to add, okay, 0.6 back on. It's better than nothing for the GGs, I suppose. It is, by the way, it is Paget who's off. So they've got to get a quick face-off win, a shot off. 5.7 seconds to get the win. Can they get the shot? Clavel, it's into the corner. 1 second to go, and that'll do it. The Gators will hang on. Well, a statement victory for the Bishops Gators in their first year with the program here in the RSEQ. And a tough one for the GGs, especially the graduating seniors, Christine Daudelin, Jamie McDonald,
Alyssa McMillan.
Alyssa McMillan and Michaela Krasinski.
Yeah, definitely not the finish that the GGs would have wanted. It's a tough one to swallow. Tough way to have your season ended for sure.
Yep, and they'll salute their fans once more as the Gators make their way off the ice. One final time saluting the faithful here at the Minto Sports Complex. As the GGs get set to line up. And they'll get a good hand as they head off the ice. And thank you for joining us for this season of GG's Women's Hockey, and enjoy the summer, and we'll be back in the fall. Can't wait for the 2022-23 season of RSEQ action. So for Brianna Newell, Declan DeBarp, who called the majority of the games, and myself, Graham Naismith, thank you very much for joining us.